Welcome back, y'all. I am going to be right back. Saw a little knot there. I'm going to be right back.
Manufacture some wins, but that's what they do in Buffalo. Sharks just really finding a way to come out with the 2 points. Good tic-tac-toe play. Outworking Buffalo early in this game where they scored the 3 first-period goals. And yeah, they may have gotten a little bit of break here. Timo Meier catches his puck off the linesman there, but finds the hole on the goaltender. Little Bonoff executes on a well-placed pass here into Hurdle there on the 3-on-2 and buries it. But you knew there was going to be a pushback from the desperate Buffalo Sabres, but they found a way to come out with a win, and a win is a win right now when the Sharks need them. Both the Sharks and Flyers have 8 players, regulars, out of the lineup going into this game with either COVID or injury issues, and they played 9 days ago, so there is a level of familiarity between these teams, and the Sharks in that game December 30th, final one of the calendar year, needed overtime but got the job done against Philly. No, they really did, and I tell you, they needed a spark in that game at home, that last game at the end of the year. It was a short-handed goal where they kept a little bit of a break there, where Pittsburgh finds a way to bury this short-handed goal.
Gonna dump all this laundry on top of my bed. Got some laundry to do. That's why I'm all like this. As we're getting started here with the Sharks and the Flyers, and let's go ahead and get this thing on. Martin Jones, the former Shark, starting for the Philadelphia Flyers, which I guess actually hasn't started yet. But and if this game ends with enough time, I'll start an order stream. If not, then I'll just switch jerseys for you. I'm also doing something with my Xbox right now. So I'm streaming on Twitch currently as well. I just finished what I was streaming. Listen. It's kind of like a 15-second delay. So if I'm not paying attention to y'all, I'm paying attention to this really quickly.
Is brought to you by Toyota. With 10 hybrids to choose from, there's one for everyone. Toyota. Let's go places. By Providence Credit Union. For a limited time, get a $300 new account bonus. And by your Bay Area BMW Center. See a Bay Area BMW Center today for exceptional offers or visit BayAreaBMW.com. Grab a cold one or 2 or 3. Order in cheesesteaks. The Sharks in the city of brotherly love.
He said the Sharks in the city of brotherly love. Yeah. Philly sucks. Fuck Philly. That's fuck with the PH. Hopefully some of y'all will show up soon. So I'm not getting as mad at this as I was. It's a little annoying that I had to do that 15-second delay. I don't like that. There's Twitch going bye-bye. Hopefully the stream stays alive. All right, the game's about to start. So, you watching that? I'm going to get going here in a second. All right, there it is.
Saturday afternoon here in the Bay Area, nighttime in the Eastern Time Zone as Bob Bugner again has his hands full with challenges, trying to come up with the lineup. Nick Bonino went on the
Bob Bugner, fifth season. Yeah, I can speak. Fifth season as the Sharks head coach.
He's got 8 players out with COVID and injury as well, so in some ways it kind of evens things out for these two teams, but really all over the NHL, especially when it comes to the COVID protocol issue. There's not very many teams that aren't dealing with the complexities of trying to figure out who can play each and every day, and when you're on the road, that becomes even a little more complicated. As we are underway, and a look at the line combinations for the San Jose Sharks, obviously
Andrew Cogliano, Jasper Weatherby, Matt Nieto. Gregor, Reedy, Dallin. Gadjevich, Merkley, Vail. That's lines 2 through 4. I didn't see the first line. But we got Burns and Ferraro to start. Magna, Merkley, second. Vlasic and Milosh for the third defensive pairing. The goaltender tonight, I believe it's James Reimer. Farabee, Lawton, Atkinson for the Flyers. Van Riemsdyk, Hayes, Willman. Lindblom, Frost, and Mayhew. And Cates, Brown, and McEwen. For the defensemen, they're going with York and Brown, the former Shark. Sealer and Ristolainen. Yandel and Connaughton. Yandel with the Ironman streak, and their starting goaltender is Martin Jones. So, yeah. That's the lineup tonight. Come on, Nieto.
Now the Flyers trying to gain possession in their own zone. Max Willman, number 71, skating on this second line for the Flyers. And it's played back now for Philadelphia's Ristolainen. Back-to-back shift, Sharks in the offensive zone, creating some traffic in front of Martin Jones. Up at center ice, it is
Burns and Lightning is starting. And by the way, if you want me to pay attention to any of the games on Scoreboard Watch, I will do that.
7 points in the Pacific Division and 2 points out of a playoff spot in the Western Conference. Philadelphia with 32 points. First, we mentioned the Sharks were a victor in Buffalo on Thursday. Philadelphia's lost 4 in a row. Most recently, they played rival Pittsburgh on Tuesday, and they got it put to them by the Penguins by a 6-2 final score.
Yeah, just mentioned the Penguins beating the Flyers 6-2.
Philly actually started in San Jose when they lost in overtime back on December 30th, 3-2. They've had a lot of the same problems the Sharks have. They just don't know who's going to be in the lineup from what night tonight. And they lost a couple of big players here for tonight's game as well. Flyers with a good record against the Pacific Division, 6-3-2, but against
Flyers 6-3-2 against the Pacific Division with a 0 goal differential, and the rest of the NHL they're 7-12-4. A minus 25 goal differential. Shoot.
Stood up there on a hit at center ice, but bounced by Raffet. That was Zach McEwen, former Vancouver Canuck draft pick from the Maritime region of Canada. Tough customer as well, just as Bielis. Chance here for the Flyers, and Aiden Hill will stop that and get it in his glove.
Good save. Oh, it's not Reimer in net. It is Aaron Dell? No, I don't think Dell's in the lineup. I don't know who their goaltender is then. There's Gadjevich. What a beast.
Things aren't going your way like it started off here on this road trip. You look for the exits. You got to try to do it by yourself. Well, tonight, not one of those nights. You got to lean into one another, trust one another, and it's going to be more about that belief in one another, rising to the occasion to get the 2 points, heading home back to San Jose. The Sharks' first period on Thursday in Buffalo was what got them the win, along with Aiden Hill's goaltending. 3 goals for the Sharks in that first period against the Sabres, and those 3 came within about a 5-minute span from Nieto, Meyer, and Hurdle, who has the puck now. Hurdle's goal ended up being the eventual game winner. He had a goal and an assist in that game and was the first star. Here's the right wing on that line, Alexander Barabanov, along with Hurdle, who battles down in his corner, and the Flyers will skate it back up. Joe Farabee hands it off to Cam Atkinson. Quick throw on the brakes as he bumps along the boards. Burns trying to get hold of it. Here's Farabee. Sends it all the way to the point. Nobody home. And number 45 up from the American Hockey League, Cam York, playing in just his 3rd game of the season with it. The native of Anaheim Hills, California. Yeah, I like that last 3-on-2 with the back checker, and that was Timo Meyer. He came back aggressively. That allowed the San Jose Sharks defense to stand up there at the blue line and force the puck to get dumped in by Philly. York, a star in Michigan, and also for the U.S. national team on that gold medal World Junior team. Chance in front. Hill gets the stick on it. And return is in by James Van Riemsdyk. Couldn't go. Now Kevin Hayes after it against Weatherby. Now it's played back to a sharp stick. Just out of the reach.
My phone is so fucking stupid. I try to make a post. Guess what it does? Crashes the damn app. It's not the end of the world, but it's pretty ridiculous. It gets annoying. Like, I'd like to post it because I want to be able to do stuff with my league.
Back up for Gregor again, and now once again for the Sharks, it's Reedy. Good shift so far from Noah Gregor. Good acceleration to get that shot on goal, and then good back pressure helping out his defense on the back check. Aiden Hill, 37 saves on Thursday against Buffalo. He faced 22 shots in the 3rd period. One of his better performances of the year, and it came right on time, as the Sharks have been shelled the prior 2 games by Pittsburgh and Detroit.
I was about to get mad.
You seem to get better as that game went along, really settled into it, and when they needed him most in the 3rd, boy, he came up strong. We see, no surprise, a .943 save percentage for Hill in 3rd periods this year. No score in this one as Brent Burns swings it over to Mario Ferraro. Now Joe to Gadjevich into the Flyers zone. That's saved by Martin Jones. Gadjevich after the rebound. He'll chase it down to the far side of the ice, but it's played up to the blue line by Philadelphia. Good back check by Nick Merkley. Almost got it away there.
We'll see if it even posted.
Number 59 for Philadelphia. Jackson Cates, who we saw in that game 9 days ago in San Jose. A knockdown by Hurdle. In comes Meyer.
Timo Meyer. Oh. Well, it did post.
And taken back by the Flyers. This is Scott Lawton. He was not in the lineup last time these teams played. Atkinson.
Oh, what a save. It is Aiden Hill. Penalty coming up against Sharks.
Hurdle gets taken down there going for that loose puck. And what a stop by Aiden Hill at the doorstep to the right-hand side. But good start here to this hockey game.
I'll talk to y'all when y'all show up. I'm not going to talk to an empty screen. Nobody chatting.
Start to the hockey game for the Sharks, and they get some goaltending along the way here. Sometimes, well, this is the first chance. I love this from Gadjevich. A nice pass from Ferraro on that beautiful redo from him, and Burns just gets a shot on goal. And then this one here, a save by Hill. Sometimes the ones that miss the net are the most difficult stop, but right there, that right catch stop from Hill. But watch Fairby stick out the left leg here on Hurdle. Takes him down. Official makes the call. And so the Sharks.
Oh, the Sharks get a power play. Good.
Philadelphia's penalty kill this year ranked 19th. Lately, they have struggled. They've allowed 5 power play goals in their last 5 games. The Sharks can get going on the power play. Burns snapping one towards the net where it's blocked. Now Meyer back for Brent Burns and again to Timo Meyer.
The Sharks are on the power play now.
Meyer tied up by Atkinson, and Atkinson able to get the puck away and clear it down. Tomas Hertl has to use his voice. He's got to tell Timo Meyer, hey, he's right behind him. Would have been a little chip play in the middle, that little bumper play. But because no vocal communication there, he tried to go back up the wall. That play wasn't there. The Sharks come in with Meyer deep with Barabanov. Here's Reedy bumping it back up top. Burns over to the other side. Controlling it there, Hertl. And now back for Tomas. He'll take a shot. Jones to save. Meyer unable to control that rebound. It's back for Hertl again. Hertl. Rides it back.
Meyer,
Winds up, and that one will go off a block. Burns, or Hertl rather, steps into one. That's blocked, and back down it goes. Half the power play in the book. Couple rebound opportunities. That last one from Hertl just didn't settle down. And the one prior to that, Timo Meyer with a beautiful chance there and just out of his reach. Second unit now is Jonathan Dahlin skates in for the Sharks. Sends it behind the Philadelphia net, looking for Traeger. Back out come the Flyers. And a penalty kill and a shot handled by Aiden Hill off the stick of Patrick Brown. Back for Kevin Connaughton, number 8 in black for Philadelphia.
Yo, TJ Watt broke the NFL record for most sacks in a single season. Let's go.
And it should be a penalty. Let's see if it is. Yeah, well, Connaughton let that puck go, and I think what Bob Pugner is asking is, he shoot that from his own zone. And if it goes all the way over the glass down the offensive zone or the Sharks' defensive zone, that's a delay over glass. And he was in the neutral zone. So no penalty. 21 remaining on the power play as Weatherby will give way to Gregor in the face-off circle. And the draw won by Case. Ryan Merkley back in the lineup. Sharks without Eric Carlson and Jake Middleton on the line, both injured on this trip. Here's Weatherby, and he'll fire one that Jones is able to stop.
Weatherby shot saved by Jones.
The Sharks there on that power play, and terrific job by Ryan Merkley, just taking what the forwards from Philadelphia were doing towards him in on that breakout. And dive starts into the middle, just throws it back, kicks it out to the right-hand side. Weatherby and gets it here from Dahlin, and just nice little wrist shot in on Jones.
He said Dahlin, meant to say Dahlin.
And this time Kevin Hayes giving the thumb by the line, but Hayes back in, wins that draw. Back for number 45 for Philadelphia. And York, who we spoke of earlier. That's it for the Sharks power play. San Jose's power play now 1 for their last 18 over the last 9 games. Nieto almost tripped up. Hayes will turn away from pressure. Send it deep from the point. Taken there by Megna. Now the Flyers get back to it again, and a shot by Willman, and that may have gone off the boat. Maybe blocked by Miloski.
Power play has been over now.
Justin Braun, the former Shark there, knocked down by VL, but the Flyers moved the puck. Willman sending it in. Chase it down himself. Burns there defensively. And Brent Burns will flip this one through center ice where it's settled by Connaughton. Turned back over. Sharks with the look here. Burns, he'll load up, fire it. Jones has got it again. No rebound. Barabanov right there looking for one. I love that shot there from Burns with players in front. They're all starting the defensive zone. Good hard work. Hey, Sharks fans, Xfinity Mobile delivers fast nationwide 5G, included at no extra cost. Save on your wireless bill with Xfinity Mobile. Martin Jones, first time facing the San Jose Sharks as a member of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Martin Jones' first time facing the Sharks as a member of the Flyers.
Jones on the season.
What you just said.
Before tonight, the record is 6-5-1. Gregor trying to get to it for San Jose, but it's taken by Mayhew. Mayhew sending it in. Ferraro back. Flyers go back to work. Mayhew was shot, and Hill's got it. No rebound from Aiden Hill either. That one is number 20, as we mentioned, Jerry Mayhew. Playing just his third game of the season. We're seeing a lot of these players.
I just I thought Aiden Hill got traded.
American Hockey League this year.
Nathan Stubnik, I'm thinking of.
For a while, but that was just a smart play, and I like Aiden Hill's game thus far. Hasn't been tested a lot, but the shots that he has had to save have been, tough ones like that one, kind of from a sharp angle, but yet traffic in front. Mike Yeo started the season as an assistant coach with the Flyers, and then when Alain Van Yeo was shown the door, Yeo took over as the interim. That's the tag right now. We'll see if that has changed at some point to permanent head coach. Right now the Flyers trying to get out of a 4-game losing streak. They had a 10-game losing streak earlier in the season. 5-4-2, Yeo's record so far.
5-4-2 record for Mike Yeo with the Flyers.
The first period, back pressure and giving the defense some help back there. There's a puck off the line, but in that works for Philadelphia's favor. Cam York, they'll move it quickly up the center. Here on the backhand, hit by McEwen. Hill with that one. Nice play by McEwen. Got a lot of points for McEwen this season, but found a way to get in behind him. Nice shot on Aiden Hill.
Got my thing all set up here now. All right. Hopefully people show up here soon. Apologies for all the clicking you're going to hear. My hair looks like a mess. Oh, jeez. My hair's a mess. Sorry, y'all got to see this. I haven't had a chance to comb it. I need to. It's going to be really fun getting out. What the heck?
Goaltending history, second in starts, wins, and shutouts, and his .916 playoff save percentage, number one in franchise history. And who could forget that Game 6 against Vegas when Hurdle scored the winner shorthanded in double OT when Martin Jones maybe played the game of his life. Yeah, he's had a few of those games in playoff performances, and just even the run in 2016 with Pittsburgh. What a terrific run he had there in that whole playoff. No score in the first.
Smirbanov. Shot. Save by Jones.
Jones has had tremendous rebound control so far in this period. As we look back on his tenure, the former Los Angeles King, who the Sharks got in a roundabout trade via the Buffalo Sabres, and ended up taking the Sharks all the way to the Stanley Cup. Not to mention that thrilling 7-game series against the Vegas Golden Knights.
Flashback was in 2019 when they ended up going to the Western Conference Final. Beating the Sharks, beating Vegas by a score of coming back against Vegas from the 3-1 series deficit, winning in overtime in Game 7.
What you expect. Jones on a 1-year contract with Philadelphia. The Sharks bought out the final 2 years of his contract. Sharks, of course, a complete remake of their net, bringing in Aiden Hill, who's in goal tonight, and James Reimer. The Reimer's on the shelf on the injured reserve, and it's Zach Sawchenko as the backup for Tom Bugner tonight. A nice little pass from Brent Burns and into Hurdle, into the center position. Just a nice little soft pass, just 5 feet. Just delicately puts it on his tape. Slager and Jones out to challenge. Stopped it, dropped it, and covered it up. Now a quick message from Tahoe Blue Vodka. I'm not gonna lie, Hetty, makes you thirsty. See all that Lake Tahoe water? Yeah. This was on a Saturday. No score in the first period in Philadelphia. Sharks wrapping up their road trip, but as has been their style the last few years when they're on the eastern coast, as they are tonight, the Sharks don't fly straight home. They spend the night, get a good night's rest, and then fly home the next day, which they will do tomorrow. But Nick Bonino and John McClain, who went on the COVID list today, will not. They will be confined to stay in Philadelphia for a 5-day quarantine period. Logan Couture and Lane Peterson, who were tested positive when the Sharks were in Detroit, will be able to fly home and may be available for Tuesday against the Detroit Red Wings at SAP Center. But they will have to fly commercial, not allowed to fly with the rest of the team. It's just one logistical adjustment after another when you're on the road and you have players testing positive. A shot through the hill with a little bit of activity in front between Nicholas Voloshin.
No scoreless.
But Hill comes up with it. Well, I like how Hill came out and snapped that puck. But right away he sees the pass. He doesn't give it. He waits a half split second. And because of that, he almost gets tripped up right there. Almost gets taken down. Finally gets back up. Right there. That's where he's holding it. That play was there. It was available. Vlasic was in position. But then it leads to this little shot. And he has to get himself back into that blue tape and make a save. So, right idea. Just a little bit quicker execution. Hill with the win on Thursday in his first start since December 16th. So it had been a while for Aiden. And with Reimer on the shelf now, you figure Hill is going to be carrying the weight here in net more often than not. Although the way Zach Sawchenko performed in his period of action on this road trip, he may end up getting a start. We'll see. Here's Cogliano. Gets it back to the net. Nieto there. Skates off a check.
Oh, that's playing the high stick.
Pass for Brent Burns. As William was in the way. Now Hill with a
Why is the A not working?
And sends it out to Reedy. And somebody opened the start. Fifth door, the puck went in. Yeah, right in there. You get a seat on the sharp bench. Tough pass for Brent Burns to handle when you got a guy
Never mind. I know why.
Time or space to get a shot off, but tough play. Game number 36 of the season for the Sharks tonight.
Showing the keyboard.
4 in a row. Detroit Tuesday. That's an ESPN Plus game, so you won't see or hear us. Then the Rangers, Pittsburgh, and finally the Sharks, for the first time this season, will take on the LA Kings. So you can join us Thursday right back here, Sharks Rangers. Looking forward to that one. See if Panarin is off COVID protocol by Thursday. I think he's due to be off by that time. Went on it the other day for the New York Rangers. Always enjoy watching him. Sharks lost a nail biter to the Rangers earlier this season in New York when they went down 1-0 in a shutout defeat. There's a chance to step away here with 5:52 to go in period 1. Let's go.
All right. So, yeah. I'm still going. Not really talking about anything on the game right here right now, just because no one's here. I don't want to leave the room because somebody's going to come in like right then. Which that would suck. All right. Let's see. It'd be nice if it was like instant.
Thursday night in Dallas, some NHL.
Joe Thornton on the Bruins. Oh, the Sharks. 700 games played. He's with the Panthers now, right? Yeah, Panthers. You saw Joe Pavelski and they took a little picture together. Lord on Dallas.
In that role with the Dallas Stars. And first he went to Pavelski and said, "You want to do this?" "Yeah, it'd be great." And then Tom Holy asked Joe Thornton, "Would you be willing to work for a picture?" And Joe, in his typical manner, said, "Oh yeah, no problem, bud." And you got a great picture there of two just terrific people and great San Jose Sharks. Pavelski ended up having the last laugh. He scored the first goal of the shootout in that game, and Dallas ended up beating the Florida Panthers 6-5 in a shootout. Here's a chance for Walker for
Ooh.
and a nice save and stop the
Flyers had a chance, but they didn't get to do anything with it.
Trying to get it to the net from the right point side. Here's Burns reversing.
I'm losing hair.
Set up for the Sharks, but it's kept in by Philadelphia. What patience from Hill on that save. Just didn't panic. And one cut in from left to right. Just kept his body square and made a good stop.
Shots on goal 12-10, San Jose. Wow. Should be decent.
Now, some time to move it up the boards. Gets it to Barabanov. A nice pass from Brent Burns. Real patient here tonight.
Oh.
Not panicking with the ball. Wait for what the game's giving.
I'm dumb.
Nice pass. Weatherby lifting it in. Back to the Flyers is wrist the line and sealed off by Vlasic. Sharks have to carry it out, but they've got possession again. And Milosh will slide it into the corner. Nice play there by Milosh. Just delicately puts it in the right corner. Allows Cogliano to get in on it. Cogliano paid the price. He got rocked behind the net. Now the Sharks have to bail out to get onside. Under 4
B, C, D, F, G.
in Philadelphia. Hayes, but Flyers offside as Woodman came in early down the left wing, and there's Andrew Cogliano readjusting his lid after that body check inside the Philadelphia zone. That'll wake you up. Yeah.
If you're wondering why I was doing that, it's because I'm doing something other than this. Hey, Seagulls!
He's got a milestone coming up. 3 games away from 1,100 career. And they're really forcing Martin Jones to come out and make plays with the puck. Not sure if that's a scouting, something that the Flyers picked up on from Martin Jones, but that was a nice play by Jones. Both defense taken away, he kind of goes up to the middle. Tries to find a wing. Hayden Hill grabbing hold of that. Rich shot. And a face-off to come here in the San Jose zone. Here's Oscar Lindblom. Talk about one of the great stories over the past few years in the National Hockey League. The Flyers, Oscar Lindblom, not last season, but the season before, missed 53 games due to cancer treatment. And one thing to beat cancer. Another thing to come back and play at this level of professional sport. Amazing. What a story. What a story from this young man, and continues to impress me with the way he can play the game.
There's a way I can get it to be faster on here.
And again, dominated like few have in the history of this game. Who will get the first goal in this one? So far, a scoreless opening period. Sharks had the big first period in Buffalo with 3 on Thursday. Canouton will relay that up the boards in his own zone. Good forecheck by Nick Merkley. Like Nick Merkley's first period here. That was another nice play in the neutral zone. And a good forecheck in on that right defense there to kind of cause a turnover. Speaking of turned over, here's a chance for Philadelphia on a wrist by Brown. Hayden Hill with the stop as the top line on for the Flyers. Farabee and Atkinson there at the blue line trying to make something happen. That turnover there in the neutral zone, and right away Philly just looking to attack on the rush. Taking off to the left-hand side, drive to the front.
This game is pretty right now. The Penguins lost today. I'm sad. Romanov shot goes right down.
With a bit of a point streak going, 2 goals, 3 points in his last 3 games. That play from Timo Meier, just the reverse hit. This is what more forwards going to have to learn how to do, even on the Sharks right there. Reverse hit into what originally was Atkinson, but that was like Cates, came in. But I love that from Timo Meier. Give himself a little bit of time and space to make a play. There's Meier again along the boards with McEwen. He went down awkwardly there, didn't he? Slow to get up, Timo Meier. Ryan Merkley back on the Sharks blue line. Paired this evening with Jacob Megna. No Erik Karlsson, no Jake Middleton, and no word on when to expect them back.
Arizona, Boston, Buffalo, Calgary, Carolina, Chicago, Colorado, Columbus, Dallas, Detroit, Edmonton, Florida, Los Angeles, Minnesota, Montreal, Nashville, Jersey, New York, Ottawa, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, San Jose, Seattle, St. Louis.
That was a smart play. That could have easily turned over. There was 3 Philadelphia Flyers around that puck as he navigated through it, but didn't turn it over at the red line. Coach will like that. Willman for Philadelphia. And big Kevin Hayes who hands it off. Good defensive read by the Sharks there, but they don't possess it in neutral ice. Van Riemsdyk was able to send it in. Now it's picked up by Hayden Hill. We'll let Melange handle it. Pass up the center for Cogliano. Couldn't catch it. Icing waved off. Mark Jones came out of that. That should have been icing. A steal. Turning his Weatherby. Handing it off. And unable to get it was Dahlin. Weatherby has to shoot that puck. You create the turnover. It happens right in the slot. It's not like it's off to the left or right. It's right in the middle of the ice. He's going to let that shot go. Flyers back with it. Mayhew. Out front and a shot by Lawton. Took that was Lindblom. A pinch
Last minute of the first period.
Gets a body on the puck carrier. That was Frost. Good job by Frost. Closing the time and space on that forward from Billy Frost. And didn't allow him to make a play. Inside the final minute, Scott Lawton changing the angle. Burns stays with him. Puck available and a couple of blocks at it.
I'm tired.
Atkinson, but Aiden Hill's got it. Good play by Atkinson out front, trying to get another chance off that rebound. I love Burns' recovery out front, kind of clearing the play out of Atkinson. Well, Lawton with a good shifty move here. Kind of fake shot, pulls it over to his forehand a little bit further, then just trying to throw it in front to Atkinson. One chance, two chances, and then gets cleared out from Burns. But good job by Aiden Hill to kind of get his paddle down and stick down to make a save. Flyers lost the last three, but in that span, Cam Atkinson with 2 goals and 5 points. Classic back for Magna. Final half minute of the period. This Linen shot is blocked, and that blocks Timo Meier. Stays out there, and now another shot to the San Jose net, handled by Hill. Magna for Meier.
8 seconds to go here in the period. Like I said on the last stream, when we get to intermissions, we'll be working on our room. The rearranging process is done. Now it's just keeping it clean. I'm getting a notification that the Sharks and Flyers are done with the first.
the 13-win Flyers have dropped 4 games in a row. They took a penalty in that first period, but the Sharks' power play as of late has just not been clicking. Now 1 for 18 across their last 9 games, so no score through the first 20 from Pennsylvania. Welcome to Intermission Live. Brody Brazil, Curtis Brown. That's a clipboard safe right there. Come on, locker. Look at that. No chance. All right, that one got by me. Oh, watch out. 2 more goals than what we saw in that period. Brody Brazil, Curtis Brown. Here in our studios, we could talk about this game. There's not much to it at this point. I actually want to switch gears. Look at the bigger picture of these 2 teams.
They're literally standing on glass.
The Flyers missing a ton of key players tonight. The Sharks missing some mainstays. At what point do we have a whole different approach on this season because of COVID protocol? Because so many people are putting themselves in jeopardy, then they are going out sick. Can we say this league is having a legitimate season right now?
Well, it's a legitimate season, but it's very unique. There's an asterisk all over it. When we went back to the first, try at this league, it was a bubble situation where they did everything they could. They did a wonderful job of playing that season, but it was different, most definitely, than this one.
This dude with the Sharks got a handlebar mustache. It looks weird.
Going through the same thing. Top players out, younger
Looks like he came straight out of the 80s.
And it's legitimate, but it's different. Clearly, by that first period, you didn't hear names like Couture or Giroux. Those guys obviously add value, and you play a different way with that high skill. Now, that doesn't mean, or it's not a knock on the younger guys coming in. They're just not developed as much. They're not well known, and they're still trying to find their game. So it's definitely unique in that capacity.
Harder on everybody. I think that's a safe assumption across the board in the NHL. It's not harder on Gritty, though. Brownie, I'm told we have some footage of him as we take it a break. No scopes in the Sharks and Flyers. I'm way more of a Sharky fan, especially after Gritty scores on kids and then celebrates. Who is this guy? Between the Sharks and Flyers, and let this soak in for a second. 20 minutes of hockey, right? And no, that's not Brent Burns. It looks like him. Burns skated 9 minutes.
Big Gritty looks like Brent Burns.
Seconds of the first period. He played almost half of that first frame for San Jose. He's their minutes leader. As for the other side, Justin Braun leads the Flyers in minutes tonight through 28 minutes and 3 seconds out there on the ice. Brody Brazil with Curtis Brown. I'm going to say this. I'm going to pause for dramatics. The most underestimated player, the most underrated player for the Sharks in the entire 2010s, Justin Braun. Your thoughts?
Well, and that pause was for our viewers. We've talked about that many times, and it's hard to come up with somebody that would replace him.
Yeah.
In that most underrated. Like, he was a partner for Vlasic for many years, goes over, and he's one of those guys that unfortunately is, forgettable in a good way, yeah. As a defenseman coming in, I remember one thing that you could do was you could trust him defensively. Played many, many minutes against the other team's top line. Here he is, now he's in Philadelphia taking on those same minutes. And he's this older version of Ferraro, where they come in and they play with the top pair, and they allow his teammate, his D partner, to be everything that they can be. Look at Ferraro and Burns. I don't think Burns, he could do everything if he didn't have somebody, alongside of him, confident in him. And I think that's exactly what Braun did.
And shoot, the Sharks last
Can we get this
names, the Thorntons, Marlers, a variety of
jersey thing done?
Devin said
It's so bad.
there, flashing, scoring. To your point, Justin Braun did his job with precision, did it at a top level, but maybe didn't have the flash that caught everybody's attention. And because of that, to your point, when he just does what he does and shuts down the opponent's top line, you don't notice him as much because it was quiet when he was out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what Martin Jones and Braun both did for the Sharks during their time here. And we watched them both grow up into the players they are now, and obviously wish them nothing but the best after in Philadelphia.
That's because the Sharks will be done with the Flyers for the rest of this regular season.
Okay. Trying to get an idea. This. Damn it. Oh. Been on again. Hope you're doing okay tonight. Yeah. Sorry, I got a bunch of technology that doesn't want to work properly. Sorry, I didn't see you speak right there. I didn't see you speak right when you did. Yeah, currently 7:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sharks and Flyers are in the first intermission, scoreless. I'm doing something on my phone as well, like with my Xbox, but it's being like super slow. It's like a 15-second lag, and I just can't stand it. So I'm just trying to get this logo done, and then call it a night for this thing. Looks clean, but I think I'm going to change it.
Hockey on NBC Sports California is brought to you by WebEx, the future of hybrid. WebEx by Cisco. in Philadelphia on this Saturday evening. No score after a period of play as we bring you back inside the studio. Randy Hunt along with Brett Hedican. Earlier this week, Bob Boughner, the head coach of the Sharks, was talking about goaltender Aiden Hill and how he needs to get back to the way he was playing when the season began. Hill won his first 3 starts. He hasn't won 2.
Starting to see what happened earlier. I hope I didn't jinx anything. You didn't jinx anything, but the Penguins did lose.
You can relate to just try to stop thinking and just react and go on instinct. Yeah, as a professional athlete, we all go through different changes.
So yeah, they lost a streak because Stars scored twice, like less than 2 minutes apart, to take the lead, and then Pittsburgh couldn't come back. Yeah, I got the Sharks jersey on though, so hopefully we can go 10-2 now.
And it's great that Aiden Hill can receive that information from his head coach. Only 67 career games for Aiden Hill. So you're still trying to, he's still trying to find the right ingredients to know when I'm at my best, I'm doing these 2 or 3 things, and that's it. And shutting the brain off and just let his instincts and his ability take over. So good to see him have a good, strong first period. Great ending to the night, the other night. Let's hope he can just keep it going. Yeah, 21 saves in the third period on Thursday, 15 in the first period here tonight. Let's go to our 4 plays of the day. Brought to you by your California Ford dealers. And good goaltending at both ends. Really, Jones was good too. He was. Sharks, put up.
I'm going to toss the Kings one on after this one, which we're going to turn on the Kings game probably like right after this. Or at least I am. I might do another stream. It depends on how much time is between the end of this game and 10:30. So,
He made a lot of good decisions. I pointed out just that one where it could have been a little bit quicker, but overall, good goaltending on both ends. Sharks trying to end this roadie with a 500 record. We'll be back for period 2 next.
I'm going to work with that later. See, I'm going to work on that thing I'm working on later. I'm going to pay attention to this now. There's people here. Also, don't forget that you don't have to focus simply on this game. Watch whatever. We can talk about whatever on the stream. Also, if you want me to update on any other games around the league, I can do that for you. I don't know. Tacos are overrated for me. But just personally, I believe tacos are overrated. But so far, no, we haven't eaten yet. But I might go grab a couple pieces of the pizza from last night. We never did that. We should probably go do that relatively soon. All right. I will be right back. I'm going to go get a piece of pizza. I'm going to try to eat it quick.
What happened in Pittsburgh and Detroit, I guess you'll take it if you don't give any goals up in the first period. Sharks had a real rough start to this road trip. They lost 8-5 in Pittsburgh, and then the disastrous power play in Detroit where they gave up 2 shorthanded goals to the Red Wings on the same 5-minute power play, lost that game 6-2. So when you give up 13 goals into a man net in 2 nights, you're looking to tighten up. And they certainly did that on Thursday in a 3-2 win at Buffalo. And so far, so good defensively here in Philadelphia in this final game of the trip. But not the last trip to the Eastern Time
Perfect timing with the start of the second period. Did you zip and bring it up?
Behind the Philadelphia net. Looks out front. He had Meyer there. And now the Flyers get it back. Good defensive play by Burns, but then the Flyers take it right back. Atkinson to the net. Looking for the deflection from Watson. Now Meyer. He'll slide it across for Weatherby. His pass blocked. Battling with Sealer. And then the forwards come in to help out. Ristolainen, the former Sabre. Off the Sharks glove at center. Hayes trying to cut to the inside to get a chance to close on him in a hurry. Pressure from the forwards, allowing the defenseman to stay aggressive at the blue line. Vlasic with a wrist shot off the back boards. And located by Cogliano, throws it at the net. That'll come out to the point for Vlasic. He'll back skate and then dump it ahead. With Nieto. Nieto tried to switch off, and it's taken back by Philadelphia. Flyers come through center ice. Ristolainen.
All right, man.
Now a quick pass up for Jonathan Dolan. He'll fake the shot. Send it back to the blue line. Merkley to Megna. Shot blocked in front. A chance for Gregor. Finished his hit. Megna kept it in at the point. Dolan across. A shot by Reedy over the glove of Martin Jones. A good selection right there for Reedy in that top slot. Right side to let it go. Gregor. He'll pull the trigger. Blocked by Ristolainen. Now Noah Gregor circling the Philadelphia net. From the angle, Jones had the post sealed. Gregor trying to keep it into Merkley, and Ryan will have to skate back with it. Merkley trying to shake off his check and get off the ice. Sharks change on the fly, and we're now told they're
Let's go Sharks.
for the rest of the game.
Oh, tip in. Come on.
Jones makes a save off Cogliano.
Almost tipped it in.
So Gadjevich, who started the day on that fourth line with Nick Merkley and Jeffrey Viel, will not return. So another injury for a very banged-up Sharks group. Here's Viel as Cogliano's out with Viel and Merkley now. Burns gets it to the net. Jones recovering as he's done all.
Ristolainen and Viel.
Up anything in the way of a rebound as Viel and Ristolainen fence it.
They're jabbing at each other.
The same way that they're starting to play on the throttle, getting pucks in, winning kind of loose battles or 50-50 battles, coming up with those pucks, and then throwing some pucks in on Martin Jones. But
New offer from Seller
all four lines already to start this
on eBay for a Red Wings jersey. $75.99. I would if I wasn't focusing on the one.
We can come up with something that might have happened to Jonah, but he's done for the night. So no Gadjevich. He played just a minute 7 in that first period. So that sounds like maybe 2 shifts. Long pass from in their own zone will end up as an icing call against San Jose all the way back. I thought that hit off the Flyers' stick there in the defensive zone and negate that icing, but not have Timo Meier going off the ice, cuts back, and just flicking off the puck. He tries to reverse it. And the Sharks have to ice this puck, so hopefully they win a face-off here. Gadjevich did fight John Hayden in Buffalo on Thursday. He's the Sharks' penalty minute leader. Gadjevich is with 45.
Oh.
A nice little move there by Tarabana. Like he went right and cut back and went left. I think that Gadjevich been hurting significantly. They wouldn't have dressed him tonight. Sharks do have Hayden Halbigawaks available. Yeah. Looked like he was fine there and warming up, watching him a little bit, that we got a chance to see him. Tuesday night at the Tank as your Sharks take on the Detroit Red Wings at 7:30. Game 1 of the homestand. Just go to sjsharks.com/tickets to get yours today. Next to the Sharks have Jaden Halbigawaks available tonight. They also have Adam Raska available. Recall from the San Jose Barracuda, and he's probably more of the typical type of guy go in there for a Gadjevich on the fourth line rather than more of a skilled guy like Halbigawaks. Yeah, Raska, I really liked his game in the preseason and didn't know much about him, but boy, he comes with everything. He's got every shift, physical presence. that's a good quality to have here in the Sharks lineup right now.
Mascot with 6 points in 22 games so far this year for the Barracuda, along with 22 penalty minutes.
Larkin caught that little redirect here off that left winger.
McEwen for Philadelphia, the bigger man against Ryan Murphy.
All right.
And Murphy stays to get it over to Magna. Now Weatherby, as you get that look from
Sharks and Flyers still scoreless. I was trying to get goal horns up here, but
interesting perspective.
the app keeps crashing.
Down there at ice level, you realize how fast and how big these guys are.
I'll tell you, anytime I get a chance to watch an NHL game as a fan when I'm not calling it, I'll always choose to sit near the glass. You just get a total reappreciation, I guess it is, for just how fast everything is happening.
And my wife has 4 seats down the glass in San Jose, and once in a while, my mom and dad are in town to visit, and they never really got a chance to see me at the glass level when I played. So when they get a chance to sit down there, they're blown away just at how fast the game is. And they shake their head.
Announcer's talking about how his parents would react when he was playing in the seats, from the seats. Tip in front. Oh, come on. Martin Jones was safe.
Some words with Jerry Matthews.
Hasn't scored in a little while here. It's been 13 games, but where you're going to score goals, you're putting yourself in front of the goaltender right there. Just park yourself in front of Martin Jones for the rest of the night. You're going to get a chance where a puck is going to bounce off. I love this little wrist shot by Ferraro, just trying to reward the rush, reward the drive for Reedy and Gregor right out front.
Noah with 1 shot on goal on Thursday in the win at Buffalo. You see the shot total favoring the Sharks so far in period 2. Braun in for the Flyers. Good bouncer off the boards. Lindblom pivots, fires. That'll ricochet off the backboard. Right back to
Trying to send streaks, and
about Justin Braun and
app keeps crashing.
made, sending him to the Philadelphia Flyers. When the Sharks traded Braun, they got a 2019 second-round draft pick.
Why?
They turned that pick into Artemi Kiyanja, who's with the Barracuda now, defenseman.
San Jose Barracuda.
2020 third-round pick that they packaged with Barclay Goodrow to get that first-rounder in 2020, which was Ozzy Whiteblatt, and Dylan Hamlin, who's with the San Jose Barracuda. So you get an idea of what the thinking was when they moved Braun when they did. Use those picks, replenish the developmental system of the San Jose Sharks. And
Well, that one works.
The Sharks certainly feel will be NHLers at some point.
Yeah, amazing. Even talking here in Brilliant.
Braun's career with Sharks, he had 24 goals.
He was, maybe an underrated player. He absolutely is underrated. Always, it seems like, a guy that, a lot of teams would say, oh, did he play tonight? Well, yeah, he played so steady. He's a guy that you love to have in life, but he's got a lot of players in return.
Timo Meyer. He looks like one of the guys that I met played here. I realized how bright the blue is for the Habs. It's showing like replays. I guess off screen says I'm not watching you on the other screen. Yeah, it's weird. Probably because Google knows you're doing something else.
Transactional history that we just went through even more impressive. It's the fact that the Sharks got Justin Braun in the 7th round. So you take a 7th rounder.
Whenever it works, I'm going to have goal horns playing during these games. But right now, for some reason, it doesn't want to work. It wouldn't work earlier or in the other game either. Cogliano's not able to. Wow, I really thought Cogliano was on the Stars earlier. I forgot he's on the Sharks. doing stuff during the intermissions and freaking commercials. How's the game going? It must be starting out slow. Yeah, it's in the second period, scoreless.
What's up, Sharks fans? Bay Area girl, but now the voice of the Philadelphia 76ers, Kate Scott here. You best believe I'm all in on my Philly sports teams now, but I am keeping an eye on all my squads back in the Bay Area. Best of luck to the Sharks, except for tonight, and the rest of you in Northern California. Just wanted to say hi and Happy New Year, everybody. Take y'all.
And we miss you too, Kate. What a great broadcaster Kate Scott is, and she really made some history. This past fall, she became
Me noticing a lot of clothes that I used to wear are now no longer fit. So I haven't known for a while what doesn't fit. I'm just looking through laundry right now. As you can see, I've got plenty of laundry to do. It's all clean. It just needs to be stored properly. And that's not all of it either. There's Timo Meyer.
Sharks have come out pushing here in this second period, but they haven't been able to put one past their teammate Martin Jones.
In front, that one. How about you show where the puck goes? It makes sense. Playing on flat hockey again this year.
Forcing the defensemen to turn their skates and really check in the defensive. It's hard to take the puck off when we've got that puck on.
Yeah, I want to play. But
That was to Philadelphia back in the first period.
obviously I can't for the student league anymore because I'm not a student there anymore. Which I actually need to hit up the D3 coach to get my refund for the semester, which is only going to be 95%. It keeps 5% for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, I want to play. Sorry, I zoned out. I want to be able to, like, the reason I'm looking for that to work at that place I told you about earlier is because I want to get enough money to go up the road, like in an hour up the road, once or twice, maybe 3 times a week, to skate there, get some training in, and get on a consistent schedule because I want to try to play professionally. I know it's a long shot, very long shot, try to play pro now, but I'm thinking like ECHL tops. SPHL, there's an SPHL team up there, that's probably their practice facility. I just want to play professionally, which that'd be great if I could. So obviously there's a long way to go, but I want to try to be SPHL by 2023-24 season. So season after next. Yeah. And YouTube's not going anywhere if I end up going to the pros. I'm going to keep doing it. Maybe just not as much. I wonder. I might try white tape for a game. I might do like a trial with white tape, watching these guys with the white tape. Just one step after another. Yeah. I typically use black tape because it mixes with the puck, but the white tape mixing with the ice looks interesting. I might do like one black and one white stick, since I have 2 sticks. The shaft tape's always going to be black. I'm not doing anything other than black shaft tape. Which, actually, I could show you on my sticks. Or at least my current primary stick.
We're carrying on. No whining allowed. The show must go on. Yes. Adapt and look forward.
Needs to be retaped because there's a little like thing right there. Tape got messed up, which I'm superstitious as hell. So, or at least with my sticks. So if the tape gets messed up at all, I switch sticks and have to retape them. First chance I get. So this one, I usually go out with this one. So this is my first stick. As in, like, it's the one I play with primarily. And then if something happens to this one, I use the other one, which has actually happened a few times in the last few games that I've played. So yeah, the other stick's riding a hot streak right now. So I might start using that one a little bit more. So I went on a 4-game point streak to end the semester with 7 points in those 4 games, which rec league, but better than nothing. As for the other one, it looks exactly like it, but there's like a little speck on the shaft that helps me tell the difference between which one's which. It's like there's just a little white like speck on it, like not like a customized speck. It's just there, so it's like a chip in the paint or something. I've had that stick since September or October. I don't think I actually got to use it until November. Keeping this for a reason.
Just a couple minutes ago, I mentioned Timo Meier when he stopped inside the blue line and got turned over. When he gets the puck in the offensive zone, he's hard to handle. He's a big body in this line, and when he gets it down inside the offensive zone, it's a big rounds like that. But once his physical body check on
Position, I usually start center now and just migrate to the wing. I don't know why I do that, but like I'll like line up for a face off and then just migrate to the right wing. But recently, I've been playing a lot of center.
All night here tonight, all led by Timo Meier's physicality in the offensive zone. Sharks out shooting Philadelphia 8-4 in this second period, but still.
Sharks are out shooting Philly 8-4 in the second period. Wow, this is a good game. I remember the last game between these two went to a shootout. We watched that one on here as well. Wasn't part of the calling the shots, but it was. It was the live stream.
The Philadelphia Wings of the National Lacrosse League had a day game earlier today at Wells Fargo Arena. They had the quick changeover from lacrosse to NHL hockey. Sometimes it happens.
So the Flyers arena, obviously, they share it with the 76ers, and apparently they share it with a lacrosse team. And the lacrosse team had a day game today, so they had to quickly transition from lacrosse to the NHL. And they just showed the time lapse of it. As for positions, I can play anything. I'll go in the net if you need me to. Like, I don't care. I just want to play. I'll play defense if I have to. I hate defense, but I'll do it if I have to. Type of zone play do you focus on? Yeah, if I do play defense, I'm an offensive defenseman. I hate defense. The only time I want to play the blue line is like I want to be able to get my shot down like more accurate, so I could like shoot for deflections in front on power plays. If the team were to do 4 forwards and a defenseman for a power play, I'd want to be on the blue line for that. On the right side, perfect one-timer as a left-hand shot. I'm terrible at one-timers. Yeah, offensive. I cherry pick a little bit sometimes when I'm really hungry for goals. Oh, hey, get it out. Good defense. You got to get it out. Hey, vendor, can I have some of that cotton candy? It's got blue and pink. I'm going to go for the blue.
Shot towards Aiden Hill, and what a stop there. Reaction from Aiden Hill right back. Hill now with 20 saves on the evening. And with a change of centers for Philly as Hayes gets kicked out in favor of Lindblom. Berkeley wins the draw back. Gregor gives it back to Magna. Brought down by Ristolainen. Now it's Sealer. He'll throw it up the wing. And back again for Ryan Merkley for the shot.
Come on. Do something. Light the lamp. And be a player in white to do it. The Flyers are wearing their black alternate jerseys, by the way. Big save, Aiden Hill. And save on JVR. Which the Flyers alternate jersey is also one that's at the top of my or further up on the list for jerseys I want. As much as I hate the Flyers, I'm trying to get every jersey from every team. So, but specifically Adidas. Like not Reebok can screw off now. I don't want any more Reeboks. I'll use them as display items. What? Looks like a penalty coming up against San Jose. They're going to break, so I'm going to go back to this for a second. A lot of this stuff I've had since I was like not even a teenager. This has a vault though. Medium. What type of training would you do to get to the SPHL? Do they require physical? I know getting out can be difficult. Well, they have this like practice facility which like has like open hockey all the time, so that would just be nice to get like the gameplay element as they were doing like scrimmages. But I just want to like get stronger and everything. So like drills, I need to get somebody to give me like consistent drills. Plus, the great thing about pros is I can wear a visor. I don't want to ever wear a cage again. I hate the full shield, especially the cage. Like the full shield probably wouldn't be so bad if I had like the plastic one, but like the plastic's like clear one. But I hate the cage. I switched to a visor like as quick as possible. Like it's on my helmet right now is a visor. Except my visor comes down like this far. So it's just like my visor covers almost my entire face. I want to get a smaller visor. I might sell that one to get a smaller one. Oh! Oh! That was close. I'm trying to swallow my... Flyers are on the power play, by the way. 1 minute and 5 seconds remain on it. But yeah, they just had an opportunity there that looked like it went in, but it didn't. Don't blame me for that. Yeah, the cage is terrible. Because I like with the cage when I'm playing, it's just like they got these just line, cross, all in my face. I'm just like, where the hell's the puck? It's probably why I missed so many one-timers because I had to wear that thing. Which college and college is the highest level of college is the highest level of hockey that requires everybody to wear a full shield. See, in juniors, if you're 18 plus, you can wear a visor. There's a dude playing in the KHL right now that has to wear a full shield. I think that's because he's 16. But you can play at 16 in the KHL, apparently. Yeah, let's see if a KHL team will give me a tryout. I gotta learn some Russian, though. Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins are playing against the Bears in Hershey. 957 consecutive games now for Yandel. Whoa. His Ironman streak, Keith Yandel's Ironman streak, has been going since March of 2009. Second longest in NHL history. And I think it said Glavis or something like that. I don't know. It said like 964, so he's creeping up. But March of 2009. It's back when he was on the Coyotes. Come on. Work it down low. Snipe. Good sure. Burns. One of the Sharks players just got hurt from that shot. He's going back to the bench. It's Noah Gregor. Let's get the morphine and come right back out. Come on. Burns. Meyer. Saved by Jones. He goes up and nutting out of play. I'm going to see if I can try to find that Sharks away jersey. I feel like I watch more Sharks games than I do Pens games. Which is weird, because their games are usually later at night and they're my second favorite team.
was Merkley. Came in high and hard on Tomas Hurdle, Farabee to the
Ooh.
and York denied by
Farabee was pissed the other night against Pittsburgh. Oh, 2-1 for Sharks. Timo Meier shoots and it goes up high and wide. 2.5 minutes left here in the second period. Hurdle looks for Barabanov, not able to get him. Vlasic tries to kick it, and he does. Great hand-eye coordination right there by Marco Vlasic. Tomas Hurdle looks. And now Gregor down there. I think that's Noah Gregor. Vlasic. And a shot. Save Jones. Maybe timing with Sharks and Pens. I'm not. I'm more ups to watch the later games. More ups to watch the later games. Okay. The Penguins usually play around 7 o'clock, which is typical on the East Coast. So. It's easy to catch their games relatively, even though a lot of people do stuff around are doing stuff around 7 o'clock usually. And that might be like just getting home or whatnot. Either just getting home or just going out somewhere at 7 o'clock. But 10 o'clock's a little late. That's usually you getting home from doing something. So, yeah, I guess the later games are a little bit more fun. Somebody. It's Nieto. No, he's fine. All right, yeah. I'm not out too. I went to bed at like 5 o'clock this morning. Bruins are up 4-0 on the Lightning in the second. Anton Lee just scored.
Two assists his last 5 games. This line was Cogliano. You mentioned him earlier. He's up. Nieto gets it ahead to Cogliano. Now he'll work it back to the point. Burns leans into one. Ferraro keeps it alive down the board to Nieto. And Cogliano to Burns again.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh. Ristolainen almost threw it into his own net. Come on. Final minute of the second period now. Still scoreless in Philly between the Sharks and the Flyers. Play to the high stick. 45 seconds, exactly less than a second.
Down in the lineup a little bit. Coach trying to motivate him a little bit as well. And just trying to see a response from the young forward. He's had COVID twice. Had it back in Sweden, or at least tested positive for it. And then was on the protocol list with the Sharks this season.
Good to know that YouTube keeps updating itself in the background. Right over the chat. Ooh, I'm tired. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sit through the Kings and Red Wings.
Real nice body check from Wash. You take the body, make sure you separate him from the puck. You dumped it in, yes, but don't let him get by you. Wash gets good defense. Brought again to center ice.
Scoreless after 2. And now you can watch me do stuff over on my bed with laundry, or you can continue to talk here. I'll be keeping an eye on the chat while I do stuff. Yeah, I'm warming that out as well, which I don't know if you can tell. I'm tired. Oh, boy, how is this?
Planet Orange, a leader.
I could definitely fair. Brr. Good night. Yeah. A lot of times I just slump on the couch. But trying to get this laundry done so I can sleep on a bed tonight, you know? Yeah, for sure. Oh, I hate getting rid of this shirt. Oh, what? What kind of XL is this? Let's see. Kids XL.
Last time the Sharks and Flyers met, it was December 30th in San Jose. That game needed overtime to reach a conclusion. The way things are going tonight, Rocky! Somebody's got to throw a punch here soon. Somebody's got to get on the scoreboard. Somebody's going to get the 2 points. And the Sharks, this might be the first. Nope. Social distance, please, for a lot of reasons. I thought you were asking for a punch. Brody Brazil and Curtis Brown. This is Intermission Live. Okay, I just looked it up. Tonight's game has featured 51 shots on net. I didn't think there were that many. But of those 51, like, how many have actually been great chances?
Fall ball shirt. I haven't played fall ball in 6 years.
0-0 score,
But
or is tonight about a lack of offense?
shirt probably still fits.
Keeping with the football team, because we talked about the 49ers.
Not my sock.
Tomorrow. This feels like it might
Here's
end
my
up
sock.
about 3-0 in the football world, and you have to kick the field goal in overtime. Now, is that because both teams are so desperate they don't want to give up the grade A? Yeah.
This is my dad's.
But it seems like on the defensive side of things, guys are working real hard. Sometimes, you look at that and you appreciate it, but at the same time,
This Sharks animation guy has a handlebar mustache. It looks so cool. It's also hilarious.
This was Team Field supposed to end the road trip on a good note with this win, and nobody scored yet, so clearly it's anybody's game. Hopefully goes to Sharks they can figure it out in the third period. We're going to step aside and get one more segment in before the third period resumes from Philadelphia. It's a 4-game road to Sharks. That looks good. Dropped the first 2. Won last game. Trying to end it with a cheesesteak tonight.
All right, people blowing me up now. This knot in my hair is getting annoying. This is getting annoying to look at. I'm gonna fix that later. Classic left on open right as you send. What skates do I own? I'm trying to think of a good question to ask. My skates currently are CCM Jet Speed FT370s, which is the same thing. Well, those were the first that I got of that line, but when I upgraded my gear, I got the same line of products, the CCM Jet Speed FT370 skates. It's also shin guards, elbow pads. I need to get new pants because mine have a hole in the back of them. But those are currently CCM Tax. So my helmet, stick, and pants are all Tax right now. And my neck guard is just a regular LCCM neck guard. Didn't really do a bunch for that. It's hard to find neck guards. Well, I guess it's not hard to find. They make them. It's just, nobody really uses them. Hold on.
Well, part of it is if you don't get a whole lot of time to practice it in a game because you're not drawing the penalty, there's something about momentum and confidence. But I think it's also
my chest, my shoulder and chest, I believe it's not CCM. It's Jet Speed. I want to say it's FT4. It might be FT1. What was it?
They obviously have the talent. They have the ability to get things done 5-on-4.
My gloves are Jet Speed FT370 as well.
When you don't get many opportunities, you can't waste those opportunities.
My visor is CCM. It's just a CCM visor. Yeah, so that's my gear. And I need to get a new bag for my gear because I hate the one I have. I'm going to get a new one that's easier to carry around.
Points and results to go along with it, as Brett Hedican mentioned at the end of the second period, scoreless in his last 7 games.
I liked it when it was new,
The experience of a full,
but it's gotten old.
he's not going to play all 82, but a full regular season, it's tough to break into this league. Well, and we talk about consistency and then doing it through the whole season. Now, he just went through a couple things, and obviously, at this level, the more that you have to fight, the adversity that you have to go through, now you have to figure out, okay, how do I find my confidence back? Because it's very real, this momentum thing, especially with guys offensively scoring goals or setting up plays. And I just think the reality of it is as well, a young guy coming in, he's still really trying to find out what works best for him at this level in this league.
20 seconds left. Zach Sawchenko backing up again tonight. Will he get a start with the Sharks?
We need more than 20 seconds. That's something that
Yes or no?
we'll have to wait and see. How long is Reimer?
Exactly. I agree with you. We don't know the status or the duration of his lower body injury. For Brownie on Brody, we would love to see you back here on Sharks post-game live after the contest. I'm telling you, it's going to feature a Sharks power play goal here in the third period.
I just found something. I just found this. '15 champion shirt for the Chicago Blackhawks. Sorry, the questions are redundant. Still learning about hockey. Yeah, I saw the Chiefs are like winning over the Broncos though. It's like they're up by 4 or something like that. Which that was a while ago, so the score's probably changed by now. If not the final. If that wasn't the final, the score probably changed. You like baseball? They have fun games.
NBC Sports California is brought to you by your Bay Area BMW Center. See a Bay Area BMW Center today for exceptional offers. Or visit Bay Area BMW.
Yeah, I've never been to an NFL game. The highest level of football I've been to is college, and I've only been to like 3 or 4 college games ever. I went to 2 or 3 last semester just because I could get in for free. And I think I paid for maybe 2 hockey games. I knew the coach, so I was able to get tickets after I told him I was paying for it. Well, he knew I was paying for it, and he just offered to get me for free. I don't know if he's still going to do that with me not being a student there, but yeah. I like going to the games.
Ultimately, I love that Aiden Hill's been in there and kind of fighting his way through, trying to get his rhythm back.
Oh, they got shark stickers on their computers.
Potentially a number 1 guy, but also Bob Booger knowing that you got to go in and you got to earn it. And I think we've seen him kind of.
Yeah, as for baseball, that's where nobody goes to a baseball game for the baseball game. It's you don't pay attention until like the later innings.
in this third period to go on the 2 points. Both teams are depleted, but they're getting goaltending from both sides. Aiden Hill, I love this whole sequence of saves. Look where he is, top of the blue paint, out aggressively, forcing the Flyers trying to keep him in a good spot. He's made all the saves so far.
Of course, the Flyers would love to see Martin Jones get them a shutout. See, I get it. That's the jinx.
Plan on visiting all the NHL arenas, or at least some others in the future. I want to visit all of them. Obviously, I know it's going to take a while. If I'm playing, then I get to visit all of them, theoretically. But yeah, I would definitely like to be playing. But I'd also want to see all the arenas, especially Seattle and Vegas, like the two expansion teams. I want to see them the most, just because they are the next greatest things. Both of them. Just insane right now. Or not insane right now. But they both are new. So everything about them is new. I have not seen this shirt in forever. Drew on it. Oh, the third starting. All right, so the third starting now. My favorite mascot. Now that one is a tough one. I like Nash for Nashville. Obviously, I got my little bit of a iceberg bias virus. What? And Sharky, Oh. But yeah, I'm gonna say Nash. Seattle and New York Rangers are the only teams without mascots. Although the Islanders having a dragon as their mascot makes me question a lot of things. Here's a chance for the Sharks. They got the same energy they left with from the second period. James Van Riemsdyk gives the Flyers the 1-0 lead. A minute and 6 seconds into the third period. 1-0 Philly. Aiden Hill's just going to collect himself.
Jones left pad stop, just going to raise it and that's over that pass. And here's the chip by Vlasic. And Van Riemsdyk, he's a sniper. He finds the top corner off
Hmm.
the hill. That's a sixth goal for James Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk, I'll spit it out here eventually, just in his last 11 games now.
A green mouthpiece.
Seattle the night before Philly played in San Jose, and he went 4 in a row without
It's
a goal
Sparky
after that.
great.
But a big one for James Van Riemsdyk.
It is funny.
1-0 Flyers. I guess the only good news is that it's early in the period. The Sharks showed some real good.
Yeah, Sparky's weird. I'm willing to bet that whoever came up with him is on drugs. Same with Gritty. Gritty's still on drugs. So Philly's up 1-0 now. And a shot saved by Jones. The Octopus. Out of the Octopus. Believe the Red Wings no longer use him. So he's not hanging from the Raptors anymore, so you can't really have an opinion on him, although he was cool looking.
His 8th of the year. Now Brent Burns. And that'll go wide. Picked up by McEwen for Philadelphia. Connaughton will give it to Yandel. Here come the Flyers again.
That's cool. Yeah. Here's purple. Here's Brent Burns. He'll feed a chance hip here for Viel, who's getting hooked from behind. Where's the call?
He was getting hooked by Connaughton, but the referee right on it said nope, no penalty. Just a stick lift there.
Wow. Ref literally called that no penalty. Terrible call.
And then springs him for that full partial breakaway. The good defense saved the goal. This time it's Hurdle on the rush. Barabano picks it up. Trying to turn away from Block, and he did. Hurdle has the angle. And the pass block. Flyers come back the other way. 3-on-2. A chance for Fairby turned aside by Hill. Good save by Angel.
So the official goal scoring on that Flyers goal, Van Riemsdyk's 8th of the year from Lindblom, his 6th assist, and Hayes, his 6th assist as well, at 1:06 of the third period. It is currently 9:02 p.m. here on the East Coast. So after this game, there will be a little bit of a break between the Kings and the Red Wings, considering we're already in the third period. And there's still like an hour and a half to go before that game starts. So episode 3 will be tonight. Which, honestly, that's ideal, just to have separate streams for every game. Oh, that is a hook and a half. I know I'm biased with that, but that's a hook.
Face-off, Sharks get another puck to the net. That's their 6th shot of the period. Philly scored on their only one. I want to see Dolan just continue to push here in the on a new episode of 49ers Talk. The was interjected. Sit down with Matt Mayoko and Laura Brett. Available now wherever you get your podcast.
Keep forgetting I have my Xbox on still, even though I'm not doing anything with it anymore. I'll get back on that after. I haven't played against anybody on Light Versus today. Need to get on there.
Has there ever been a Merkley in the NHL before? Now there's 2 on the same team, and they're not related. Gregor, already he'll put one wide of the net.
Ooh.
One-timer, cleaned up by Nieto, I believe. Might have been BL. Here's Merkley and Nieto. And back up top, Vlasic. pushing here. They're getting some chances. He's squeezed to the boards by Yandel. Keeps his feet moving. Cogliano comes up with the puck. Back for Vlasic. His shot saved and recovered by Milan.
Come on, Sharks.
Weatherby.
Jasper Weatherby, come on.
Bouncing around, and the Flyers able to clear it.
15 to go here in period 3. Icing on Philly.
Made all the stops he's needed to make here so far in this game, but one's going to pop out for the Sharks here. 5 minutes gone, and except for the play on which the goal was scored, the Sharks have dominated. Martin Jones shutting his former team out so far. Sharks with 33 shots. Burns redirect Hurdle, and Jones fought that off. Hurdle again, far close side. Meyer wasn't quite there. Now Ferraro to Burns.
Out of play.
Stick up and out of play, but a real different level of urgency when they have the puck down for the Sharks in the offensive zone. Now this line looks good all night. Hurdle out Paramount, then Meyer. And he gets him another chance here on this shift. Jones stopping everything right now. That line will head over to the Sharks bench, which is one man shy if you joined us partway through this game. Jonah Gadjevich.
That's Sparky.
We do not know the nature of it, but
I never knew there was a New York Dragons.
back in the game since. And the Sharks injury list, which is already too long.
Sharks onside. Oh, I guess they're WHA though. If anything.
He does with Farabee right on his back. Fiel comes back to the puck with Burns.
It's a terrible turnover right there. If they call that a penalty, I'm going to be pissed. They called that a penalty. You got to be kidding me. It's not a trip. Makes sense now. Funny enough. Fiel didn't trip him. He fell on his own. Burns is mad at his own teammates.
Makes the claim that the penalty was not deserved. You're not going to win that argument now, but maybe he's set up for a call the other way a little later. Hayes will send it around. Farabee on the far side for Philadelphia. Sharks have not been a good power play team all year, but they're looking to get a big goal with their power play here. Sharks had won a face-off, and for whatever reason, Ferraro wrapped it around the boards, easily kept in by the Flyers. York wanted Farabee. Now on the far side. Here's the one-timer by Atkinson. And Atkinson gets it from York.
Oh, Tampa scored. Andre Palat's 14th of the year. 4-1 in that game. In favor of the Bruins and the Flyers who just scored. On the power play. JVR. Yet again. He scores again. It's going to be a natural hat trick unless somebody else scores before him.
And because of that, doesn't goes off of his body, off and over there, hits JVR, and then goes over the shoulder, and you see Ferraro trying to knock it out of the air before.
Hill couldn't find it. Bounced up. Like Iceberg. Yeah, they used to have a live penguin as their mascot. Iceberg's cool. I've seen him in person.
Having himself quite a period here as he broke through with the first goal of the game, and then he gets a second, and Cam York With that shot that Van Riemsdyk tipped in, picked up his first National Hockey League point.
Cam York got his first National Hockey League point on that last goal.
Two quick ones by Philadelphia. They break it open here in the third at home. They lead 2-0.
Commercial time.
Here's what's coming up for the Sharks. Back at home for 4 in a row, starting with Detroit on Tuesday. That game on ESPN+. We're back with you on Thursday. Sharks against the Rangers. Pregame live at 7. Then a Saturday night against
Thursday, Sharks and Rangers. Probably going to end up watching that.
the LA Kings on
And they play the Penguins on
day game on Martin Luther King
the
Day.
15th, which is Saturday.
ES pregame live. Great schedule of home games coming up in January. Looking forward to seeing some of those teams again. Obviously, Pittsburgh, boy, it was good when the Sharks were just there, but I want to see a little rematch here in San Jose. And what I'm looking forward to as well, we've seen the Sharks have so much Eastern Conference play in the first half of the year. The second half is going to be just filled with Kings and Anaheim and Vegas, Seattle, Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary. Big Western Conference games. York and Atkinson, the assists on the Van Riemsdyk goal on the power play. And here Merkley earlier just turned that puck over, and the National Hockey League, you got to move that puck quicker. Sharks with a chance, and Weatherby pulling the trigger, or check that as Dolan with the shot, saved by Martin Jones. Martin Jones actually looked in behind him, but got that one, got through. I like that pull trigger by Dolan. That came with some velocity in on Martin Jones. That's what I like to see from the young forward, young rookie here. Jonathan Dolan looked good all season long. Had a little bit of a tough stretch here. These are some dog days in the National Hockey. Got pushed through. Find a way to keep driving those legs.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to watch that Sharks and Penguins game, which I mean, it'd be painful anyway.
35 saves.
I like his eyes. You're looking at mascots right now.
Still with it up top. And it comes out. Braun will send it right back in. That was Ferraro on one back. Forcing Mo at the blue line. He gets a turnover. Here's Meyer. Weaves his way in.
Yeah!
They do get one past Joner. And it's 2-1.
Tomas Hurdle.
The Sharks are right back in it.
Gets the Sharks on the board.
The line finally gets rewarded for work they put in here tonight. From the drop of the puck, they've been the most dominant Sharks line. Timo Meyer doing what I asked earlier, which is just keep your legs moving inside the zone. Drive them back. And uses his body to shield the puck and then just driving the net. Tomas Hurdle gets a little piece of it, maybe a second one to get it by Jones. And Sharks just like that make it 2-1.
Tomas Hurdle.
Team leading 18.
Gets San Jose on the board. Sneaky, sneaky.
His 23rd assist and 37th point to lead the Sharks.
Back to a one-goal game. So all the scoring has come in this period in the last 5 minutes. That's just me just playing with the controller to keep it alive so my console doesn't turn off.
Supported by Tomasz. And now picked up by Ryan Merkley. He'll take his time. Hurdle wanted the puck.
Barely onside. Oh. Good keep.
And then out of play. A little chance there. Set up by Merkley. This time finds a nice seam pass.
A little bit I can't get one clean. It's better than I thought it'd be.
Hurdle scores 1 minute after the Van Riemsdyk goal, made it 2-0.
Blue Jackets should go Boomer to Cannon. So yeah, there's a reason he's not it anymore.
That's now 6 points for Meyer in the last 4 games. Greedy wins the faceoff back for Ferraro.
Islanders should have a fisherman instead of Sparky. Aiden Hill's trying not to get another one rolling on him.
Deep into Philadelphia territory as Mayhew gets back, along with Ristolainen. Sharks try to grind it out in front. They got it in front. Nick Merkley there. Couldn't pick it up. 2-1 Flyers after a scoreless first period.
Hurdle, 18th of the year from Meyer and Burns. Meyer's 23rd assist. Burns is 17th. 7:47 the time of the goal. So.
Shots on goal by the Sharks. Still half a period to go.
Tired. Oh, come on. Get there. Come on, Meyer. Oh. The Hurdle, Meyer, and Barabanov lines out there again. Meyer got his stick held, and I don't know why that's not a penalty.
I don't think so. Fans were calling for one, but they didn't get it. He dropped his stick because it was tangled up in the Flyer player, and he goes down, and unfortunately doesn't get called. Yandel, he'll send it around, and Ferraro hustling there. Meyer, that's kept in at the point. Burns wants Barabanov. It gets through the Hurdle. He'll send it to the other side. Meyer, shot saved by Jones.
Come on. Oh.
Timo looking for Hurdle, and that hard pass ends up all the way back into the Shark zone. Timo Meyer just shooting everything right now. And he has a nice team pass, kind of turning the favor into Hurdle. Merkley tripped, and
Merkley got tripped, and there was no call. Wow, these refs are really rooting for the Flyers.
Bounces off a Flyer, and Van Riemsdyk skates it to center. Looking to work it to the net. Hayes on the far side. Goes up top. Back to this side, and in the middle, it's Van Riemsdyk, and that one went wide. Ristolainen, and his shot went off the glass behind the Hill.
I keep thinking I'm hearing whistles, but I'm not.
Finally cleared back into the Flyers.
The play keeps going.
A little over 8.5 remains in the third. There's Ristolainen just waiting. Breaking things up at center ice.
Oh, come on. Oh! Gregor almost had it. Looks like the Sharks are going to go to the power play, though. Commercial time.
Let's check our Tahoe Blue Vodka Blue Line special. Brent Burns has already played almost 24 minutes, 5 shots and assists, and a couple of blocks as well as he's getting a heavy dose of ice time in the absence of players like Eric Carlson and Jake Middleton.
Dude, I asked you to take the kitchen trash out hours ago.
I took the trash out.
Not from the kitchen. It's overflowing.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Trying to find Dawn on the back door or play whatever that's happened, but now Sharks want a power play. Jerry Mayhew sitting for the next 2 minutes. As the Sharks go for just their second power play of the game. Flyers just scored a go-ahead goal on a power play.
Like when people do this.
Come outside the Philadelphia zone, but only 11 seconds gone. The penalty killers of the Philadelphia Flyers really forcing the Sharks to make a pass when they're not ready to make it. That's the key behind a good penalty kill. Meyer hits that puck as he was getting the pass from Tomas Hertl there up high. They go in the neutral zone. Now Burns skates back in his own zone and starts out with this power play. The drop for Meyer. He'll skate to center, send it in for Scott Reedy, but that's fired right back out. Burns now trying to sort out a 2-on-1. All on his Beverby, and he's denied by Hill, and he ends up behind Aiden in the net. Oh boy, oh boy. Timo Meyer just trying to attack the offensive zone. An errant pass forces a 2-on-1 and gets it by Burns, and Aiden Hill has to make a terrific stop. Now Hertl off the wing around for Scott Reedy. Slows it down for Meyer. He'll flick it back down and around. Ristolainen picks it off. Checked by Hertl, then Barabanov, and now it's Meyer moving to the puck. Timo sends it back to the line. Burns is there. Other side, Barabanov. Alexander Barabanov stick handling behind the goal line. The indirect. Burns, one-timer. Meyer saved by Jones. And again, no rebound. And if there's one characteristic for Martin Jones that's been most prominent tonight, for me at least, it's his rebound control. Yeah, here's one. Just threaded in.
Be right back after the next commercial break.
Boy, trying to get a little bit fancy. He pulls it on the backside of the stick. Back to the forehand. You can see the right leg waiting to kick that puck off the stick of Farabee. Great battle by Hill on right. Gregor forced back, gives it to Merkley. They play catch. Merkley back with it. Nice little give into the middle for Dahlin. He gets it back. Now Merkley to the other side. Shot by Nick Merkley. And Jones fights that off. Here's Dolan. Brian Merkley. And the shot by Nick Merkley, saved by Jones. 10 to go. Brian Merkley pulls it back. Gives it for Dolan. The redirect. Rebound. Chance for Weatherby. Can't stop it. Home in the net.
Ooh, rough stuff.
Comes to a conclusion. And now Gregor's getting into it with Nick Sealer. As Weatherby's in there as well. Sealer should have a penalty here as he quickly gets a shot. To get to his front. Yeah, I love this power play unit of the young guys out there working the puck around and getting scoring chances. Sharing the puck, Dolan with a little thread into the inside. Little redirect from Gregor and Weatherby right at the doorstep. Just can't get a hold of that puck as it's coming off to the side. As Braun kind of ties him up. And here's where Wadden clears out Gregor, and then Sealer comes in and gives him a couple of shots. And Fairley coming out of the penalty box and grabbing a hold of Weatherby. No indication there is a penalty on that play, so well, maybe. I think they were checking to see if the puck entered the net. That was the first order of business there. And a quick review determined that it did not, as they're going to place it back on its mooring. Power play in the young guys, they had some chances. That one in particular, Dolan on the back door. Boy, that settles down on his case. He's going to tap it in the empty net. Vocal on the Philadelphia bench. As the Flyers are trying to end a 4-game losing streak. Burns has to back away. Tate's right there. Now the Sharks enter cleanly. Hurdle drops it back to Burns. And Toronto can't catch it. They'll regroup. Nice idea. Burns going to fake that shot and have Merrill throw right to his left. Just missed him. His shot goes wide. The Hurdle's going to bump it back. Burns has a look. Trying to deke around the defender. Backhands it to the front side. Available. They score! Thomas Hurdle has tied it here in the third. And Thomas Hurdle, 11 goals his last 12 games. This guy is carrying the shots on the track right now offensively. Burns with a terrific play off the wall. Right there, Timo Meier throws it against the grain. And look at Thomas Hurdle. Kicks this puck up from his skate to his stick and gets it on the backhand and finds a hole on Martin Jones. Individual effort from Burns. Little throwback from Timo Meier against the grain. And right there, that little play into his right skate to the stick is what sets up that tying goal. Two players have scored all the goals in this game. Van Riemsdyk, back-to-back goals for Philadelphia. Tomas Hurdle, back-to-back goals for San Jose. And here in the third. Now it's a 2-2 game. York can't hold it in. They'll have to get back into his own zone for Philadelphia. Coming after it hard is Nieto. Trying to pick it off the stick of York. And Nieto had it. Now York gets it back. Russell from Nieto. You want to see just rag that puck in the offensive zone as much as you can, disrupt it. He does exactly that. Nice play by Vlasic. Sharks on the attack as they were right in the middle of the line change. Nearly stolen by Nick Merkley at center. As Burns turns back. I like Nick Merkley's game here tonight. He's looked good in his limited minutes. He'll send it in, Merkley will. Just the line in trouble with the puck. Then he upends Gregor. They play on. Mayhew at center. He lost it. Merkley sends it back in again, and the Flyers have to turn. That's a play like I've seen all night from Merkley. This looks like he's going to go one-way, stops, cuts back, gives himself a little bit of time, puts it in the offensive zone, gets a line change. Sealer, and that'll be whistled down at center ice. Hurdle from Meier, and then Hurdle from Meier. It's 2-2.
I don't know how much I just missed, but couldn't take the trash out. This thing's going to turn on.
And Sony Technica brought to you by WebEx by Cisco. It's been a battle and defeat between the Sharks' old contender and their new one. So tonight on Sharks post-game live, Brody and Brownie are going to evaluate the performances of Aiden Hill and Martin Jones in his first start against his former team. Plus, we'll have the latest from Bob Berger and more. Guys, back to you.
Aiden Hill gets some help down at the other end as the Sharks get a couple past Martin Jones.
All right. Go back again. How's the game going? Am I head out soon? Oh, man. That sucks. But, yep, like I figured, I missed a goal. So it's now 2-2. Tomas Hertl has got 2. So it's Hertl 2 and Van Riemsdyk 2. Actually, it was Van Riemsdyk 2 first, and now Hertl 2. Now Hertl, if he scores the third Sharks goal, he'll get the natural hat trick. So I'd say get that line out there, which they are not out there right now. Yeah, they are out there right now. .313 to go here in period number 3. Fatigue. Somebody's hurt on the Flyers. It's Brown. Like he's holding his knee. He crashed Matt Nieto. Matt Nieto looks no worse for wear, but Brown is looking a little rough. Let's see what happened here. On the breakout. Oh, they crashed. Brown wasn't expecting it. I mean, obviously Nieto had like no intent to do that. There's no penalty, which there shouldn't have been. So that's good. With 2:55 to go here in the third period, it is currently a 2-2 game. Burns got 2 assists in the period. All 4 goals in this game have come in this period.
This time a little more sure-handed as it drops right to Gregor. Sent back into the filling zone. As Sealer weaves his way in. And now the Sharks will get it back as Mario Ferraro handles it for San Jose.
Shot goes wide. Ooh. That was almost going to end up on Weird NHL right there. Aiden Hill. Let's see. Meyer is out there. The Meyer, Hertl, and Barabanov line, which are literally insane. 151 remains in regulation. Hertl. He's going to get a change. The Sharks look like they're going to shorten the bench. Which I guess both teams are going to do that, try to keep rotating their 1 and 2. But the puck goes out of play. 95 seconds remain in regulation.
19th goal, you mentioned that. And looking to add an assist here tonight. Beautiful little play there, entering the offensive zone. And Timo Meier just couldn't corral it enough to bury it.
How about Meier now? 38 points on the year in 31 games.
Yeah, it's an impressive year so far.
No icing here. As Vlasic
No icing.
is back first for San
Vlasic.
Diego. Knocked down by Nick Seeler at the Sharks blue line, but Weatherby's there. He'll steer it over to Melange, who gets it back from Vlasic. It's Nieto now. Off his stick, almost to Vlasic. Trying to dump it back in. We're in the final minute of regulation. Hurdle. At center through the stick of Meier.
Steelers play tomorrow.
He'll snap it to
I might try to watch that if I can. Depends on what time it is.
Had to place it at the front of the net. Rolls all the way down. Now Ferraro. He'll turn, fire it off the boards and down. That'll be an icing against the Sharks.
Icing against the Sharks. 34 seconds remain.
I like what Ferraro did there. But somebody has to talk to him. He's got his back to the play. Doesn't know what he's in front of him or side of him or behind him. And nobody can
Jacob Voracek just got his ceremony for his 1,000th game.
Lawton will take this face off against Hurdle, who wins the draw cleanly. Back for Ferraro. He'll chip for Burns. Burns. A long pass off the stick of Meier. Justin Braun protecting it deep in the Flyer zone. Flicked ahead by Lawton. Now Philly comes ahead. Farabee and Atkinson. And a bouncer to the glove of Aiden Hill. And now we're down to winning a face-off here and going to overtime.
the third period scoring after two periods, and they get it started by Van Reem.
Steelers.
Going his 8th and 9th, and Hurdle pushing back with his 18th and 19th. And
Tomorrow at 1 p.m.? Oh, all right. I guess I'll try to catch a little bit of it. I don't have to watch the Stars and Blues. I like hockey, but like Ben I like hockey more, but Big Ben's got a big game on his hands. 4 seconds to go. We're going to overtime.
absolutely down to 2 goals, and they battle themselves back to earn a point here last game on the road.
After 3 periods, 2-2. That's what overtime next. Nothing in the third period before the Sharks' top line went to work. Meier to Hurdle to make it 2-1. Then it's Meier to Hurdle. And he scores to tie the game and send it to overtime. Just like
Going to overtime now.
in San Jose. Sharks in Philadelphia. 2-2 in overtime. And there's Eric Carlson and Tomas Hurdle 2-on-1.
Oh, last time that these two met was the game we watched when Tomas Hurdle scored in overtime to win 3-2. That was in 2021. Wow, time flies. And if Hurdle does that now, he's going to get a natural hat trick. I am all for it. OT record for the Sharks, 4-0, and for the Flyers, 3-3. The Flyers, they get in. Now, the Sharks will try to break out. Here's Hurdle. Here comes Hurdle. Hurdle's got a chance, 2-on-1 with Meyer. Hurdle shoots and scores! Natural hat trick for Tomas Hurdle. Wins the game for the Sharks in overtime. Let's go! Natural hat trick to win the game. Natty Hattie. And let me tell you, I just called it. Tomas Hurdle's going to score in overtime. Just like he did last time. And the Sharks sweep the Flyers in the regular season, winning the game in San Jose a couple weeks ago. And the game tonight. Both games ending 3-2 in overtime, with Tomas Hurdle being the game-winning goal scorer. Wow. The luck of the jersey continues. Yeah, that's correct. 10-2. And all right, the Sharks have won this game 3-2 in overtime. I'm going to end this stream, but don't go anywhere because I'm going to start up the next one. It's going to be the Kings and the Red Wings. See you guys in that one. Peace.